Getting your COVID-19 vaccination is an important part. Help everyone stay safe as we continue to fight the spread. And we can protect those most vulnerable around us. With easy access to vaccination locations and the growing ability for more people to be protected, it's our best shot to keep moving forward. It's our best shot for a strong, healthy community. For more information, visit miamidade.gov/vaccine.
This is the WDNA 88.9 FM and WDNA.org. And this is the UN Frost Yes Hour. It comes to you every Thursday at 11 o'clock. And here with me is my friend Etienne Charles. Hey.
How you doing, Alberto? How you doing? It's good to see you.
Two times a year you come here, and I'm very glad. You bring something unique, to what we're trying to do here. And today is, last year it was incredible, it was really good, and I really liked it, the Creole Ensemble, okay? And it features, of course, Etienne as the director, Kenny Joseph on vocals, Luke Schinnerer on vocals, Ben Mini on bass, Brenton Hanfield on drums, Ben Richter on piano, George Thompson on guitars, Sam Leviathan on trumpet, Brandon Bryan, my old friend Brandon Bryan from old Salsa Orchestra, remember that? Yes, yeah, and Austin Musiala, don't forget about the TA. Yes, sir. And we're going to play the first song here, Party in Space. Want to talk a little bit about?
So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Alberto, for having us. This first tune we're going to do is a tune I first heard on New Year's Eve. Actually, I guess on New Year's Day of this year. I was in Montserrat, and the DJ put this tune on, and I had never heard it, and I think it came out in 1983. It's written by the late great Mighty Swallow, and it was arranged and produced by the great Leston Paul, and we're gonna do our version of it. This one is entitled Party in Space.
station. Some of the planet I hear that they all come from. So they could wang a put them in their come from. There will be no end to the party session. Everybody happy, jumping up and down in the party, waving up the body. Everyone enjoying the party. Aya, aya, aya. The galaxy is on fire. I see them little spacemen do soca with them woman. Aya, aya, aya. The galaxy is on fire. Everybody in the party, with a happy and making merry. Hey! Was after midnight when the rest of the band strike up. It's then I realized that this party will never stop. Oh, weary like a bull and sweating from head to toe. One spaceman loudly shouting, "Go, Mr. Earthling, go!" They singing and shouting in a Phoenician language, a language that was over beyond my knowledge. The session looked like it really had no ending. The more the merry, more people coming. Everybody happy, jumping up and down in the party, waving up the body. Everyone enjoying the party. Aya, aya, aya. The galaxy is on fire. I see them little spacemen do soca with them woman. Aya, aya, aya. The galaxy is on fire. Everybody in the party, with a happy and making merry.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And that was Party in Space by Swallow. And now we're going to hear something called La Costa by Natalie Cole. What about that one?
It's by Natalie. It was originally recorded by Natalie Cole. It was actually written by a great composer named Aziza Miller, who was for many years her pianist and musical director. She's from New York. She's an amazing musician. One of the musicians I encountered when I first moved to New York and I was doing Broadway shows.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really a beautiful tune that incorporates, for me, the sound of the sea, the sound of the ocean, the sound of the
ocean
sand.
that we will miss when we are away.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, but she really captured the
What
breeze.
about Party in Space? You know, that particular rhythm, you know, and the chord changes and all that brings me back. Is that a particular style or?
Yeah, so that tune is in a style called soca,
Soca,
which was the
Yeah.
music that developed in the late 70s in Trinidad. But I always try to tell people that soca is a pan-Caribbean music as well as a Trinbagonian music, because the musicians that recorded these tunes, you know, the original recordings, they were from all over. You know? And so
some people say that he's Jamaican, you know. So
well, that's definitely not true. You know, I can attest to that. So
now we put that clear now that he's from Trinidad, you know, or at least he evolved from Trinidad.
Yeah, I also heard that Steel Pan is from Jamaica as well, and I'll debunk that one as well. So, but yeah, Party in Space is high energy, and Less Than Paul was really one of the people that started to bring some R&B elements. If you heard the slap bass.
No slap bass, yeah.
So, you know, he started to bring a lot of R&B and funk elements.
Well, that's very interesting. That's something that many people don't know. Yeah. And so, what about La Costa?
And La Costa, you know, you're about to hear a musical depiction of the sand blowing in the breeze.
All right.
That's how I think of this tune. It features two vocals, really well written for two voices. On the original recording, it's Natalie and Aziza singing, and today we have Luke and Kenny. This is La Costa.
yourself on the sea of a setting sun, the salty air and the taste of your lover's hair. Inside you wanna fly. Come to the magical mist where the oceans kiss 1,000 kisses or more on the sandy shore and never says goodbye. The breeze as the swaying trees caress the velvety skies like a whisper telling you to come and fly. Da da be ba da 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 de ba de ba da be da de ba de a da be ba de ba 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 de a be a da ba de a da de ba we da be ba do de a da de ba da ba de do de ba da ba do do de a ba da do de ba da ba de a ba da de a be be ba de ba da da be ba da da ba de da da ba de we do de ba be da be tui da da be ba da ba do de ba de a ba de do de. Run with the wind at your side, let it set you free. I'll watch the sun in your eyes as the seagulls fly along this lover's aisle. You are my love and my life, you're my everything. You calm the sea of my soul, oh so tenderly, it makes me very high. Bye. yourself on the sea. Come feel the warmth of the breeze. La Costa.
Yeah, La Costa by Natalie Cole. And who supplied the arrangement? You did?
Well, that's basically, I mean, I transcribed Aziza's composition.
Oh, I see.
And then I added a couple little arranging pieces for this instrumentation. But I mean, I have to give Aziza all the
Yeah,
credit.
very, very, very nice. I was going to talk to you a little bit about how you became interested in other kinds of music. You know, like in Puerto Rico. You know, I remember that you know, we were. I mean, I grew up in the '60s, so it was rock and roll all the way. You know, and but I remember a friend of mine. Oh, you come and let's go to Hotel La Concha. Maybe if you were in Puerto Rico, you know where it is. And on Sundays they had a quartet that played jazz, and I was mesmerized. Oh my God, what is this? And my friends thought I was square, you know, because I was listening to jazz. And I say, hey, man, you know, I mean, it's something different. What's your case then?
I mean, very similarly, I grew up in a place very similar where,
Yeah.
well, luckily, we're from places where lots of music gets thrown at us.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We're what I call engrossed or buried in our original folk musics.
The Caribbean,
You
you
know,
know,
so
the
we have
Caribbean
all that.
is just so full of things. You know.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you have the radio and you have TV. So I was kind of at the beginning of, when I started to really consume music, it was like the beginning of the whole MTV era, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
it's like back when MTV used to play music videos, when you used to be able to see music on TV. And so it was all of that music. You know, you go down the list of all of these different artists, pop, etc. But I was always grounded in my home root music. And then for me, when I first heard jazz,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of just sounded like a mix of everything to me, because it's like, oh, you could do this, but you could do this, and then there's the improvisation sections where everybody gets to, you know, quote
And
unquote, do their
different,
thing.
and different from anything else. you
Yeah,
know.
and so that's how I got into it. I was a lot older when I got into jazz. I was around 18 or 19
Wow.
when I really started checking out
A real
music.
old man.
Yeah, because you didn't really have a chance to hear it. I didn't really have a chance to hear it live
Yeah.
growing up, and I really started digging into checking it out live in my 20s, right at the end of my time in Trinidad, and then when I moved to the U.S. And you know, I remember that first time I heard Lee Morgan's trumpet on Blue Train. He was 19 years old, and I was 19 years old at the time, and it just
More or
something
less,
clicked.
you know, the same thing happened to me. You know, there were two records that I got. You know, there's a record store in Puerto Rico. It's called Discoteca Nacional, and they have all kinds of records there. I mean, whatever was recorded in the world was there. You know, and I remember my first jazz record was Miles Davis. Miles Davis, greatest hits, and the second one was the weird one. What was that?
Which one?
The one that you know he did. It just escapes my mind. Anyway, it was so different that I kept going and going and going. You know, my third record actually was a Chet Baker. You know, so anyway, he was. I was completely. Actually, rock and roll was very different. Bands like Chicago, you know, which was incredible. You know, but anyway, that's the story. And then you little by little, I guess when you get to New York, you started getting into a.
Yeah, I started checking out records. The difference between now and then is we would get one record,
Yeah,
and you would listen to that one record.
yeah.
until you knew it inside out. Well, as we say, wear it out.
Yeah.
And then you would go to the shop and get another one, and you knew each record inside out. And now with the DSPs, you have all this music at your fingertips. But I feel like we had a chance to kind of live with a record for a bit, and there wasn't a whole bunch of distractions because a lot of times we had limited fund. You couldn't. I mean, I know I couldn't go in a record store and buy 20 records at a time.
No way.
I would go and get one, and you had to choose which one it was going to be.
And you don't have Spotify, and all the resources that you have here. As a matter of fact, I remember the weird record. It was a Vicious Brew.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
And he sounded, oh my God, what is this? Everybody said, well, I don't know what to think about it. My friends used to say that, but it was in the 60s, when I bought it. It was 1971, 1972. And still, it sounds fresh.
Lenny White was 17 on that recording.
Yeah.
17 years old. He hopped on the train from Queens, came to the city to do that record.
Wow. Anyway, we're going to play something called A Pokey by the Meters.
Yeah, so, a thing about the Creole Ensemble is that I wanted to have a student group that replicates the influences that inform my Creole soul concept, which is a band that travels around the African diaspora, playing music rooted in the grooves, but rooted in community, rooted in people coming together.
Which is a pretty big diaspora.
Exactly. That's why it's a big task. So every semester that we do the Creole Ensemble, which is every spring, we choose some regions. We always end up doing something from New Orleans just because it's so important to the diasporal sound in the United States of America.
Yes,
and
sir.
so for that one, we have employed the tune by probably one of the funkiest, one of the original funk groups. This one's by the Funky Meters, and it's from the second album they came out, which was called
Funky
Rejuvenation.
Meters.
Yeah, that's the name of the group, the Funky Meters, and the album is called Rejuvenation, and the tune is entitled Hey, Park Your Way.
Little bitty boy with a heart of steel. You can't book it out, but your sister sure will. Feel good music, hop and toe. It's good for your body, and it's good for your soul. Look at now, hey, 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 pop your way. Hey, 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 pop your way. Lie back grooving, riding in your car, and it makes no difference, yeah, where you are. Feel good music in your soul, and it makes your body do a slow boogie roll. Let me hear you say, hey, 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 park your way. Hey, 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 park your way. Big Chief, Spy Boy, Uptown Ruler.
Yes, sir. And this is WDNA 88.9 FM and WDNA.org. And we're going to take a short break, but we will be right back. And we're back here. This is WDNA 88.9 FM. And we are in the UN Frost Jazz Hour with Etienne Charles and the Creole Ensemble. And we want to remind you that this event here is for free to anybody. And if you cannot make it, you go to WDNA.org and you can revise all the old shows, and there's we have an archive of all shows. So please go back, and just some incredible shows by incredible groups there. And next week we're gonna have extensions by Kay Reed. The week after, Funk Fusion Ensemble by Steve Rocker, Wayne Shorter Ensemble, John Hart is directing that, and April 20th is a very important date with the Latin Jazz Orchestra, the Daphne Prieto, and none other than Chucho Valdez that is going to be there. And on the 27th, the New Music Ensemble with John Jarley. So please come or listen, and it's all for free. What else?
In addition to it being free for you, it's not free for WDNA. So
Exactly.
make sure, if you can, donate something to the station. They play real jazz. They play great music all year round, 24/7. Great music, and they provide this as they're actually providing a service, not only to the musicians, but the people who listen. So please try to support.
And we're going to start with a fundraising drive next week. So let's stay tuned, and we're going to bring you some beautiful music during that time.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the musicians in the Creole Ensemble.
Let's see. It's your choice.
Let's start. We're gonna interview. I think we'll interview.
Roll the
a couple
dice.
people.
Roll the dice.
And I was gonna go in alphabetical order, but we have a lot of B names, so I guess let's start with Ben Minnie. Come on up. Come on up, Minnie.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, no, come here. Come here.
So this is when I get to put my students on the spot. Ben,
Oh boy.
where are you from?
I'm from Reading, Massachusetts.
Introduce yourself to the people. Camera's right here.
All right. My name is Ben Minnie. I'm from Reading, Massachusetts. I'm a freshman at the Frost School of Music, and I like to play bass, both electric and upright, but it's a super awesome instrument, and I love doing it, and I love doing it in this place.
How do you like Miami so far?
It's killing. I really, really like it. It's specifically about the school. It's everyone's so accepting of anything you do, and everyone's always trying to bring you up. And in the music industry, it's such a tight race to the top, but it doesn't feel like that here. Like everyone's trying to lift you up. So
Excellent. And so before you got to Frost, had you been introduced to any of these styles of music? Like what have you taken away from all of the different musical styles that we digging into here?
yeah. So yeah, this is super fun because back in my town and my high school, it was just one big band, and we did like mainly swing, and we basically did nothing other than that. And this is like a totally different animal, and it's really refreshing to just be able to learn a bunch of new styles, and that's what's cool about a place like Miami, when you have so many intersections of cultures and styles, and it's really awesome.
All right, tell the people what record you've been listening to, what you think what you've been listening to. Get them insight into the other side of Ben Minnie.
Oh goodness. Okay. I've been listening to a lot of stuff. I'm a big proponent of listening to basically every genre, but the record that I checked out most recently in like the jazz area was it was Bill Evans and Tony Bennett, their solo piano albums. I forget piano and voice albums. And I forget exactly what it's called, but it's just magical stuff. And if you haven't heard it, it's crazy.
And what about a non-jazz record?
Non-jazz record? Oh, there's this, let's see. There's this artist recently that kind of popped out of nowhere. Her name is Ray, and it's kind of like a pop album, but it goes into a lot of different genres, like some Amy Winehouse, some more electronic stuff, and it really is cool. The whole concept of the album is like this record label basically controlled her, and it's like a freedom album almost, like saying like I'm done with this label, I'm done with everything, and it's really a fantastic record. So if you get the chance to check it out, Ray, I forget exactly what the album's called, but it's her newest album.
Excellent. Give it up for Ben Many, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And we're gonna take you all back to New Orleans now. Back to the Bayou.
Yes.
Back to Louisiana. For the Creole Ensemble.
Back in the block.
So much of what we do in music is connected, and the way that New Orleans is connected to the rest of the Caribbean is because New Orleans is actually in the Caribbean. It's a part of the Caribbean. It's the top of the archipelago. And so this one is by the great drummer, Herlin Riley, who came to fame in Wynton Marsalis's septet. But before that, there's a famous story of New Orleans Jazz Fest. I can't remember the year. I think it was in the early 80s, and Herlin Riley was the drummer, and he played with almost all of the groups on the jazz stage. He never left the stage. He was like, this group came, that group. Everybody had hired him, and that's how his name kind of came out. And he's also a great trumpet player, which a lot of people don't know. And so this is a tune from his last record with his quintet, and it's just a fun tune, and it's gonna feature Kenny on vocals. So Kenny and Creole Ensemble, if you would please take it away.
All right, y'all. This is Creole Ensemble, all right? So unless you're behind the wheel, we want you to dance. Okay, we're bringing the part of the you. All right. Now I want you to sing with us, okay? Speed after me. All right? Goes like this. Who not let shake that thing? 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 Sing it at home, sing it at home. Who not let shake that thing? Who not let shake that thing? Tutima is a big fine thing. Who not let shake that thing? Tutima is a big pretty thing. Who not let shake that thing? Sing it, Tutima is a big fine thing. Who not let shake that thing? Tutima is a big sexy thing. Who not let shake that thing? Finest girl you ever saw. She did some things against the law. Took my pot right from my mouth. I'm gonna knock on her door. Swing with me on a mighty fine day. Who not there, shake that thing. Swing with me on a mighty fine day. Who not there, shake that thing. Tutima is a big fine thing. Who not there, shake that thing. Tutima is a big sexy thing. Who not there, shake that thing. Tutima is a big luscious thing. Who not there, shake that thing. Tutima is a big sexy thing. Who not there, shake that thing. Tutima went off the rail, looking for some cash to bail. Police gon' come put her in jail. I'm gonna get her out of jail. Swing with me on a mighty fine day. Who not there, shake that thing. Swing with me on a mighty fine day. Who not there, shake that thing. Come on.
y'all. Let's take this one home, okay? Tootima is a big fine thing.
Move that leg, shake that leg.
Tootima is a big pretty thing.
Move that leg,
You do,
shake
you
that leg.
do. Tootima is a big sexy thing.
Move that leg, shake that leg.
Tootima is a big sexy thing.
Move that leg, shake that leg.
Finest girl you ever saw. She did some things against the law. Took my paw right from my mouth. I'm gonna knock on her door. Swing with me on a mighty fine day.
Move that leg, shake that leg.
Swing with me on a mighty fine day.
Good time. Unfortunately, this will be our last tune here, Caribbean Connection by Marchant. So anyway, brother, it's you'll be back here. I know that, and it's always a pleasure seeing you. And
Thank you for having us.
and I know many of you, I know that some of you will be a freshman or sophomores. You will be coming back to here, the WDNA. So next week, be here for extensions with K Reed, the best vocal group in the pro-school music. So see you next week.
Hey, let's have a party. A Caribbean party. The entire region together in one big splashdown fiesta. A Caribbean connection. A regional vibration. I say we jam in to the sound of the Caribbean. We grooving to calypso and steel band. Whoa, 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 whoa. This jam gonna be irie. It's one love, so feel free. We are people of the Caribbean, showing that we don't want no missing man. Libertad.